are tuning in from. If you are new to me, welcome. I'm your favorite marketing solutionist, helping service-based entrepreneurs to, excuse me, expand their expertise through signature program creation, and then teaching them a marketing and automation plan where they automate 90% of their sales so that they only have to work 10% of the time. So, as you're tuning in, make sure that you invite others to join us. Real quick, I need to share something with y'all about an experience that I had. And I want to talk to you about service really quickly because, hey, really? Hey, Nidra. I'm not doing this with you today. But yeah, comment, let me know where you're tuning in from. I am, excuse me, in Atlanta actually. So that's why you see I'm in the hotel. The lighting is not so great, but I needed to do this anyway. All right. So again, I want to talk to you all about, first of all, service is truly like the cornerstone of your business, right? Um, Going back to one of my favorite quotes from Dr. Maya Angelou, when she says, people may forget what you said, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. So when I think of service, I think of that, right? And so what that means is you can have a not so good product, or you can have a subpar product, or you can have a basic product. Hey, Shaquita, but you have amazing service and it will still soar your business, right? Because people like to be treated as not as a transaction, they like to be treated as a priority. It doesn't matter how much money they're spending. The cornerstone of your business is going to be the service that you provide. So, one of the things that I focus heavily on in my own business is making sure that we exude excellence in every experience. This doesn't mean that we don't leave room for, that we don't have mistakes, that there are no errors. But what it means is that we focus on really making sure our clients know that they are priority to us, that we actually care about them, and not that they're just another transaction or another dollar in our bank account. But I want to talk to y'all real quick because I am actually, hey, Crystal, I'm actually in Atlanta viewing venues for my upcoming event, the Market Like a Mogul 3-day takeover. So it's going to be in Atlanta, June 16th through 18th. So y'all type that in the comments, June 16th through 18th, ATL. I want y'all to type that in the comments. Save the date because, again, we're going to be here in Atlanta, June 16th through 18th with the Market Like a Mogul takeover, where I'm going to be teaching service-based entrepreneurs, course creators, how to land and launch figure um, a six-figure launch strategy. So I'm going to be teaching them how to do that live, and it's a one in a lifetime opportunity where you'll get to see me live and in action in person, and I'm going to be teaching you all how to do that. Along with some other things, we're going to have some special guests. Um, it's going to be power packed the entire weekend. So 3 full days of a 3 full day experience. So, but anyway, I'm here looking at venues. Initially, I was going to contact who was the person? Sales rep. The sales rep, right? And I was going to contact the sales rep so that we could speak to them in person, right? So they can come and give us the experience XYZ. However, here's what I noticed: the true essence of who people are is when they don't really know who you are and when they're not allowed to prepare to be on their best behavior, right? So I told my friend, I said, hey, let's fly down to Atlanta for a few days. We're gonna go and check out some of the sites that I'm considering hosting the event at. I said, I'm not gonna set up anything. I don't want to let them know I'm coming because I want to know how they'll treat me if they don't know who I am, what I'm doing. I want to know if they'll treat us like a priority, just as regular people, not someone spending a whole lot of money with them, right? So we get here to Atlanta, and I'm not going to share the name of the hotel because That's not what God told me to do. Anywho, we get here, the front office person that greeted us, amazing, like absolutely amazing. I mean, from the time we stepped into the organization, to the facility, he was just absolutely amazing. Now, we tell him, I said, hey, I would like to review, I'd like to take a look at the room, at one of the rooms, and the conference room. And he said, well, who have you been working with? So here's the thing. I told him who we've been working with. I didn't know she was here, but it's not me directly that she'd been working with. She had been working with my event manager. And so she hadn't been working directly with me. So we get here, she comes out, and I kid you not, my friend is here, she can vouch for it. So she comes out, we're standing there. She doesn't greet, like she doesn't even introduce herself. She's just standing there. So we say, finally, we're like, hi, how are you? And so I said, hey, my name is Shamika. And she said, I'm Denise. Right. Mm-hmm. And so she says, I'm Denise. And then so I'm sitting here and waiting for her to like initiate or tell us what to do. And she just stares. I said, did the event coordinator, so I asked her, I said, did she tell you we were coming? She said, she told me y'all were coming in town. This is literally like, when I tell you I'm not exaggerating, she's like, she told me y'all were coming in town. I said, okay. I said, well, can we view the the room, the conference room? And she said, yes, I mean, it's right over there. And so I'm looking like, am I being punked? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, am I being punked? And so she finally, like, she stood there even after she said that, and she took us into the room, and she's looking, and she was like, well, this is it.
No apologies for the conditions of the room.
The conditions of the room was not so good. Yeah, I'm guessing maybe they had an event there and they hadn't had the time to clean it up. I don't know. But it wasn't good. So my friend starts to ask her, questions about certain things that normally a sales rep would go ahead and tell you, right? She told us nothing about the room. She dimensions, nothing. Nothing. Like, she told us nothing. So my friend was asking her questions. Every time my friend asked her a question, she was like, as if we were bothering her. And I was like, I'm serious. She was like, and then she would respond. And so I'm like, did she not, like, it's like, I'm like, am I being punked? I'm like, because now I don't know how many of you have hosted events before. Events are very costly, right? And we're doing 3 full days in this venue. Not to mention, people are going to be staying here. So just to reserve the spot for 3 full days is a 5-figure investment. Okay. Just to reserve the room for 3 days is a 5-figure investment. That doesn't account for the rooms that people are going to stay in. That doesn't account for the food that people are going to eat, because they have, restaurant here, and the food that we eat, we have to get it from them. Doesn't account for any of those things. Right. So I'm sitting here and I'm just like, I don't care if I was spending $500, right? If I come into your establishment to do business with you, then I shouldn't be treated as if I'm a nuisance, or as if I'm bothering you, if I interrupted your day, right? Um, because as a sales rep, that's literally what you do. You sell. Like, she was very, very rude, very, very nasty, as if she was really frustrated that we would even be here. And I was just taken aback. So my friend went with we went to get something to eat, and we came back to the front desk, and she asked for the GM's information, Well, the GM, they gave us the GM's name, but then there was another manager, director of operations, actually happened to be walking by, like when we're having a conversation. And so she ended up having a conversation with us, apologized, you know, because of course that's not how you treat someone who is going to be doing money. And not only that, we're already spending money because we're staying at this particular hotel, so we're already spending money. We're staying here for 2 nights, and then we've already eaten in the hotel, so we're already patronizing your business. And for her to be as nasty as she was, I was just actually absolutely taken aback. And I wanted to get on here to just really express the importance of um hold on a second, to really express the importance of service, right? Because now, number one, especially with in the day of social media, somebody put that in the comments, social media, in the days of social media, like I could have gotten on here and I could have um ranted, I could have tagged the organization, I could have done all of these things. However, that's not how I move, that's not who I am, but I am wise enough to know that um you have to be careful how you treat people, because you never know, number one, who you're talking to. And I'm not talking about myself, I'm just saying in general. You never know who you're talking to, right? You never know who they're connected to. Um, and you just simply don't treat people like crap. You don't treat people like that. Because she doesn't know if I was going to go on social media and have a whole rant fest, destroy, tag the business, destroy the business's reputation, all of these things, which I'm not going to do that. And as you all see, I'm not even sharing the hotel's name. However, it just goes to show that, I don't know, maybe she was having a bad day. What you think, Nate?
Bro, that's her character.
I said, well, maybe she was just, maybe she was just having a bad day. People have bad days. I get that. However, you are on your job and you work for someone else's organization, and you are rude to someone who is trying to do business with you. Like, that's a no-go. Like, even if I was nasty, even if I was rude, um, as someone who represents a company, and this is a well-known organization, so it's not like it's a well-known organization.
Facts.
And
It's not the Daisy.
yeah, it's not a crappy hotel. It's like a very, very nice facility. Um, but you just simply don't do people like that, you know. And she's actually a senior events manager, is who she is. Yep, senior events manager.
I don't believe it. She stole somebody else's card.
Nope. Senior catering and events manager.
No way she had a bad day like that. Like, he was wild.
It was bad, y'all. It was bad.
She just been really just like there for-
Yeah, I mean, if you all could have been there and like experienced it, it was literally like she was almost huffing and puffing. Like, why y'all here? Like that, she may as well have said, "Why y'all here? What do you want?" Like, that's what she may as well say, because that's how bad it was. And so I wanted to just get on here and just, first of all, share the experience. Second of all, to ask y'all to keep praying for me, because I still have to find and decide on the venue that I'm going to use. And I want the venue to be amazing, but I also want the guests to, to experience, to have an amazing experience as well. So are y'all praying for me or not? Because first of all, y'all too quiet on this live. I guess if I ain't extracting y'all edges, y'all just don't know what to do. If I ain't loosening lashes and lace fronts, they just quiet. They just don't hear quiet. Like, y'all want me to get in y'all want to extract y'all edges today? They said they're praying for me. Good. Yeah, y'all pray for me. Because your sis, at first I was just like, okay, maybe this is a test for me. Because we also had another incident when we first got here, leaving the airport. And I'm standing here and we're reading the signs because clearly we're not from Atlanta, right? So I'm sitting here reading the signs to see where we needed to go so that we can call a Lyft or an Uber. And I just read the sign. I said, "Yeah, I believe we have to go downstairs because when we came last time, we had to go downstairs." So I'm reading the sign, and then there's a lady that works there, and this lady says, "Ma'am, did you just what the top of the sign say?" It say Lyft and Uber on the north. This area is all south. The north is over on that side. Ma'am, do you not know that I am saved yet savage? Do you not know that there is still a little bit of knucking and bucking in thine own system? I was just like, and so I'm looking at my friend and I was like, did she just talk to me like I was illiterate? Like, did she just say?
First of all, we weren't even talking to her.
And we weren't even talking to her. Like, we weren't asking her for help or anything. We were talking to each other. And she was on her cell phone talking to somebody on job. And I'm like, I mean, talking to someone while she's on her job. She's on her cell phone, like a personal conversation. And I don't know if us standing in front of her irritated her. I don't know what it was, but I was just like, oh my goodness. So we get here and I was like, I'm so glad that I prayed an extra prayer today. I'm so thankful that you know, I was on my best behavior because I was literally sitting here like, oh wow. Did she just try it? Did she just do that?
Ridiculous. Straight ridiculous.
And so my friend was like, first of all, we weren't even talking to her. It's just like, we weren't even talking to her. Like, but we didn't cause a scene. We just walked off. But I was just taken aback. And so then we get into the restaurant and I ordered some deviled eggs. So the deviled eggs had a piece of meat on top of it. And so I said, um, it was beef. I don't eat beef, right? I didn't know it was beef at first. And so I asked the waiter, I was like, what, it's like, I was like, do you know what? No, I said, what did I say? What is
this?
I said, what's this on top of here? And she said, it's meat. I said,
Just like that.
I said, I know it's meat, but I wanted to know what kind of meat it is. No, she said it's meat. Yeah. It's beef. It's not pork.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said.
I was like, I told my friend, I said, I really feel like I'm being punked. Like, I feel like I'm being punked in ATL. Like, God is really testing me to see or something. I was like, I know it ain't God, but I was like, I feel like I'm being tested, like I'm being punked or something. But I literally was just like, this is 3 times, and we hadn't been in Atlanta an hour good, like maybe an hour. Like maybe an hour. It's just like, it's meat, it's beef, it's not pork. Ma'am, how am I supposed to know that? I just ordered deviled egg, the deviled eggs. I didn't even order, the saved eggs. I ordered the deviled eggs. I don't know that people put meat on top of deviled eggs. I've never had a deviled egg with meat on top of deviled eggs. How am I supposed to know this, ma'am? Where I'm from, we put a little relish, little relish, little vinegar, those kind of things. That's what we put in our deviled eggs. We don't put chunks of beef on top of our deviled eggs. Where they do that at? And but she acted like she's offended. But anywho, her tone changed because as she was walking, me and my friend were talking about the experience that we had just had with the sales rep, and we were just like, you don't know who people are. You don't treat people any kind of way. You treat people with respect regardless of who you think they are, like, or whatever. And so I don't know if she thought we were gonna complain about her, but she came back and her whole
You
tone
know
had changed.
what? Her temperament did change with us, and I never put two
It
and two
completely changed. Her
together.
temperament completely changed after that. And she just began to she's like really, really nice and stuff.
Making jokes. Remember, she forgot my
Uh-huh.
season dressing.
Yeah.
I didn't put two and two together.
Her temperament completely changed. Completely changed. But y'all better pray for me down here in Atlanta because it has been quite an experience. And
They better stop playing so much. We Googled it.
oh my goodness, I know, right? I'm like, you just don't do people like that. But I'm thankful that I'm not one of those people that just goes on one and complains all the time because, baby, today would have been one of those days that if you see me complain on social media about a company, they have really, really done something bad. And I have probably more than likely given them ample times to fix it.
This ain't even a complaint. This is just a real life experience.
Yeah, and it's not, yeah, you're right. This is just an experience that I had. And it was so crazy. It was so crazy because I was just like, is this how y'all treat people? Because I'm thinking, if you're treating me like this and I'm about to make a 5-figure investment into this facility and you treat me like this, then I'm thinking, how are you going to treat the guest? How are you going to treat my staff? How are you going to treat my team when we come in here? That's what I'm thinking about. Like, how are you going to treat them if you're treating me like this because you didn't really know who we were, what we were here for. And I know sometimes people would try to size you up by your appearance and, things like that.
I ain't even have my orthos on today. Actually, I took them off.
My friend said she didn't even have her orthos on today. She wears the most hideous orthos that I've ever seen in my life,
Don't do
but
that.
she loves them.
Don't do that. I wore them here.
She
But when
did.
I saw her, I didn't have them on.
But I don't know if I don't know if people still do that. I know. I mean, but it literally was just. It was like she was just like, y'all are wasting my time. Like that's how I felt. That's literally how I felt. Like that she responded. Like she's just like, y'all are wasting my time. Why are you here?
We was bringing her good air. She paid for that air, baby.
Child, listen. But she did try to make amends, and she bought us this nasty Alka-Seltzer water.
The water is good.
Two of them. No, it's not. What's this water?
Perrier.
Perrier. Perrier ain't nothing but fancy Alka-Seltzer. That's all it is. I don't know. I don't even know why people drink it. It's just literally fancy Alka-Seltzer. Alka-Seltzer in a bottle. Disgusting.
It's good.
And then they gave us this little tray of like delectables.
Yeah, it was good.
It was actually good though. So
And she didn't do it good. I'm sure the director of operations said.
yeah. Now, are we still going to use the facility? Probably not. And my friend won't even. Yes, Ayana. Listen, from worst to worst. Listen, y'all have no idea what I've gone through today. I have no idea what I've gone through today just to get here and be here.
I'm still right about this.
Now,
this is the park for this.
Yeah, and then even where we're located, this should not be happening, especially in this particular area. Very popular, area for tourists and events and stuff like that. So that definitely shouldn't be happening. What was I about to say? Um, but yeah, it was crazy from worst to worst. But I will say this: the beds are, oh my god, so amazing. They sleep so well. I don't take naps, but I came in here and slept for like 2 hours.
I think we slept for 3 hours.
Like 2 or 3 hours. And I don't ever just go anywhere and go to sleep. It takes me a while. Normally when I'm not away from home, I don't sleep well anyways, because I just don't sleep well when I'm not home. But the beds are amazing.
Pretty decent view too of the downtown area.
Yeah, and we have a very beautiful view because of the room that we have, the downtown area. So the view is beautiful. Big beautiful window, creative art. If you don't know, I'm an arts person. I love the arts, so I love paintings and plays, and all of the theatrics, dance and music and all that stuff. Um, and so we're in a really good spot. It's really really pretty here down here, but yeah, they so sad,
Facts.
so sad.
Facts.
First impressions is sometimes your last impression. Type that in the comments. For real. First impressions are sometimes your last impressions. You don't always get a chance to do it over. You don't always get a chance to do it over. You really don't. Sometimes it's going to be the only opportunity that you have. So it would behoove you to make it as if anytime you are engaging or meeting with someone that you know it is that you treat it like it's the uh this is the first time, like this would be not the first time, but that you never know. You might not get this opportunity again, because I think if she had really thought about that, she wouldn't have done that.
Bro, she thought we worked for somebody we weren't gonna say no.
You said she thought we worked for someone. We do ourselves.
Yeah, she thought we was employees like us.
I just think it was just nasty. I just think it was mean.
I told you I had some unacceptable behavior in Atlanta. I don't know what's wrong with these people.
Yeah, but it's just like it's crazy. First impressions are sometimes your last impression, and that's the truth. That's the truth. You're not always going to get another chance to do it right. So just do it right the first time. All right. Any questions? Y'all got any questions for me? Anything about service, customer service experience? I actually did a video once before about um, certain things that you should include as a part of your customer experience, right? And it went over really well. I had a lot of people to reach out to me that they were adding those components to their, um, to their process, because a lot of things like I don't know. I think I'm sitting here tripping because um, I know I had another situation where um, this girl, um, I reached out to them. Oh my God. But let me tell y'all about this experience. I do think this, now that I'm thinking about it, I believe this is like a test for me, because no, seriously. And here's why I say that, because I'm hiring a caterer,
Right.
as well.
Oh yeah,
Right.
you did tell me about the experience with the
So
cake.
listen, y'all. I was trying to hire a caterer for my book launch, which is on the 26th. So they send me the pricing. The pricing is not bad. I kind of expected it to be kind of in that price range for what I wanted. Um, but when they sent the invoice for payment and the breakdown, I realized that there weren't any drinks on there. There weren't any like there wasn't any like eatery or any of those things on there. Like no utensils, no nothing, no plates or anything. So I just said maybe they don't put that in the description, but let me ask just to verify. So I sent a message back and I told my assistant, I said, hey, I said, ask if, what are the drinks? Where are the drinks? So she they messaged back and said, "Oh, we don't. The drinks are going to be extra." I said, since when do you charge this amount for a plate, but you don't add drinks to the price? Like the drinks, and now maybe it's just me. So if that's not the case, y'all let me know. But I said, since when do you prepare a meal, charge a price? I mean, as a part of the package that the drinks aren't included. I said, I'm telling my assistant this. I'm like, this is not normal behavior. And then I said, well, ask him about, the plates and stuff like that. So she said, he was like, the caterer said, oh no, we don't bring any plates or anything either. That's not included. You'll have to purchase that extra. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Or if you're catering a meal, why would you not have plates and utensils? I said, if they purchase the drinks, I said, so I guess we have to bring our own cups too. I said, so because I'm thinking, if you're catering an event and someone is paying you to cater the event, why in the world do they have to bring their own dishes?
I don't know. I don't know myself. I don't know. But it sounds about right.
Seriously, has anybody ever hired a caterer and you had to buy your own, you had to bring your own utensils in? Because maybe it's just me, you know?
It is.
No,
No.
no. Maybe it's just me. Or no, I'm serious. I'm asking y'all a question. I'm trying to see if this is just, I'm trying to see if it's just me. I literally have never had a caterer or hired a chef and I had to bring my own drinks or utensils or plates. Never. See, he laughing. Listen, Charles, I'm so serious right now. I'm trying to think, is am I expecting too much?
I think you are myself. Could be wrong.
I'm expecting too much from a caterer.
Facts.
And I had to bring my own dishes to an event?
New style. Millennium style.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Millennium style.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I tried to can, but I can't.
It's the millennium style.
I tried to can, but I can't. This doesn't make any sense to me. Does not make any sense.
I've had to rent them before, like where they require you to rent them from them, but
Even if that's the case,
it's on the invoice. It's on the item.
right. But what I'm saying is, even if that is the case, no.
No. Even if that's the case, no.
Even if that's the case, I try to can, but I can't. I don't get it. Hey, Latanya. He said, Charles says, they want you to eat with your hands and eat off the table. And Ayana says, see, this is what we not finna do. And he said, and find some tap waters. Hey, Latanya. I said, what is that? What is that food? I think it's like an African dish where they
couscous or whatever. No,
not couscous. It's like a bowl. It's like bread and
I know what you're talking about. I can't
something.
Yeah.
I said, I guess that's what we're gonna be eating. We just gotta sit there and eat with our hands. I was just like, I have never had that to happen before. And then I was trying to also hire someone else. And yeah, it is. I think it's an African dish. And so I was trying to hire someone else. And then they send me something. And I was like, so I was like, this is like reminds me of the Stone Age. Like, I need y'all to fix this. Like, it was just planning these events because I'm doing 2 events. So y'all know I have my book signing on February 26th, and then I have my 3-day live event in Atlanta, which is going to be June 16th through 18th. So I'm planning 2 events at once. So the one that I'm here for now, that I'm visiting, checking out venues for now, is the 3-day live event in Atlanta in June. But I've been having so many different things that I'm thinking, like, as a business owner, like, these are certain things that you should have in place. But I'm also thinking, um, is God telling me that I need to do uh that I need to um do a business basics and etiquettes uh course or something, right? Because, and I say that, like, in all, like, I'm dead, I'm so serious, because I run into a lot of people who have so many um amazing services. They have skills, right? They have great skills and things like that. However, they don't have good service. Like, they really don't have good service. And so, because they don't have good service, it's costing them so much more because they don't have good service, right? And so, I was thinking about doing a business basics and, like, etiquette course for beginners. And some people, they just don't know. So it's like, no shot, or no shade or anything like that. Like, some people simply, they just don't know. They just don't know. They really truly don't. And but one thing I do know is, what you don't know can cost you. Like, it really can cost you. What you don't know can cost you. And I see a lot of businesses, um, that are struggling because they don't have certain components in place. You know, I remember I reached out to someone to do business with them, and um, y'all, I still ain't heard back. Like, I reached out to them to inquire about doing business with them. I reached out via inbox and I reached out via email per their request. Like, this is what it says on their website, their social media. Reached out. I still haven't heard from them. And a lot of people have money that they're missing because they don't check their emails. Like, real talk.
I can believe that.
They don't check their emails. They don't check their emails. They don't respond to inboxes. And my thing is, if you're on social media all day, um, there's absolutely no reason for you not to be checking your inbox. Okay? If you have time to comment on a post, there's no reason for you not to be checking your inbox. That part. Okay? But there are just so many different things like that, that I think could be taught to beginners to help them really have a solid foundation in business. And one of the things, to be completely honest, the biggest part is the service piece. Like, I don't think people understand just how um important that service piece is in their business.
If you never worked the corporate world,
Because you can be great at what you do. Charles said, let me go check my inbox. No, I'm serious. There was a lady that, and literally, like, I wanted to work with her. I was just like, yeah, like, I want to work with her. No, ain't heard a word, a mumbling word.
she had took a social media break.
And then, even with, No, sis.
I'm trying to help you.
Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm.
So you don't believe?
Nope.
I'll tell you what happened.
Nope. We're not doing that.
That's what happened. I'm trying to tell
We're
you.
not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not.
I'm trying to tell you what happened.
But that's your service will make or break your business. Seriously, I promise it will.
That's a fact.
So Charles says, I heard for Black businesses, based on someone's study, customer service was enough. And to be completely honest, the ones that I have run into is literally that. It's been that. And I'm not, one of those that jumps on the bandwagon of, nothing that trends or any of that. But yeah, this was that. This is exactly what happened in that case.
Because nobody teaches us the importance of just having relationship. That's what customer service is, building relationships.
It really is.
Everything is get the dollar, so that's a hustle and that's a transaction.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get this money.
Yeah,
the new trend now. I got to get this money by tomorrow. Or whatever.
Get the bags, all get you. Yeah, but the service literally makes or break your business. Like I had a situation that happened about. This happened probably it was last week, I believe it was. And so this company that I had hired, I'd done business with them before and their service was amazing, so I continue to do business with them. Well, recently, they dropped the ball in an area that it was very vital. So it was going to cost me. And so at first I was angry. I'm like, I can't believe they did this, da 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 da. And then that's when God said to me, he said, extend grace. And I later found out that the CEO had been going through a lot of personal transitions first, but she also was going through a huge transition where she was scaling the business. And so there were people that were assigned to my particular project where those people no longer work there, in which they didn't know that the work hadn't been done. Excuse me. And so when they found out what was going on, they literally went above and beyond to serve me in the best way that they could, and to make sure that they salvaged the relationship. The CEO, I spoke with her, spoke with her team members. Everybody was like very apologetic, and they were like, "This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do." Da 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 to compensate, XYZ. And so for them to go through those measures, to me, this is someone who values their clientele. And so yeah, I'll do business with them again. Teresa says people these days seem to have their own definition of what it means to provide good customer service, and therein lies the problem. I think that's true to a certain extent. I believe that when building businesses, when you're a new entrepreneur, what I have seen is that most people's focus, as my friend was just saying, is getting the sale, getting the next sale, increasing their revenue. And I don't think they understand how good customer service is a part of your revenue retention, because you can have, it's a part of your residual revenue strategy and retention, right? Because if you're really good to someone, they're going to tell someone else how good you were to them. They're going to tell that. So that's how you're building residual revenue, because now they're telling and they're becoming a word of mouth for you. They're marketing your product and service for you. And then when it comes to retention, if you've been good to them and you treated them good, they're going to come back to you. And not only are they going to come back, like I said, they're going to bring other people with them. So I don't think, again, that when people are building businesses, that they are taught the importance of the service side of business versus the sales. Most people, when they start in business, the first couple of things they invest in is going to be sales, marketing, and branding. Like those are the three things that most people invest in. I always recommend the first thing you should be investing in is service, because how you make people feel is going to determine if they come back to you and if they tell other people good news about you. And it doesn't have to be perfection, because even if you make a mistake, if there's an error, but you are quick to resolve the area once you become made aware of it, right? Then that's what really matters to people. Charles says culture plays a major part in that too. How you treat people in your personal life is the way you'll treat people in your profession. You are absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. There's a quote that says, "How you do some things is how you do all things," and that's true. I believe that if you treat people like they are dispensable, um, then in your personal life, then you'll do the same thing in your business. It's like, okay, you know what? On to the next. And that's how, that, but you are right. We live in a culture where there's not a lot of care for people. Everyone is, not everyone, but the culture of today is, what's in it for me? It's about me, 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 me. I think tomorrow I want to do some live uh um let's see, some live makeovers, like one or two. I think I want to do that. Because one of the things that I did, y'all, I actually brought on a customer service person, because I want to make sure that people know that that service and customer experience is the foundational component of our company. We want people to know that we care about them. Point blank, period. All right. Are we going to get something else to eat tonight?
We got to, but I'm full.
You're still full from earlier? I think it was those chips we just ate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not hungry. I'm just thinking, like, I don't want to wait until it's too late
It's 6:30. We probably need to get some though,
and stuff starts to close.
even if we don't eat it right now.
Well, he says, I had a person who owned a laundromat changed the price on a shirt I had dry clean when I went in to pick it up, and then told me this is why black people can't have anything because we argued of stupid ish. Are you serious?
What?
That's crazy. That's crazy. And I don't like people who do that. Like, I remember I was going to a stylist one time, y'all. And I kid you not, every time I went, the price was different. And I would be getting the same style
Every time.
and the price was different. And so the one time I asked her about the price, she got offended. And you know what? She started treating me so nasty after that until I stopped going to her. But I'm like, you can't change your price based on, I guess, what bills you got due. Like, I've been getting the same style, for the longest, and I didn't really catch on to it initially, because whenever you give me the price, I pay.
Yeah.
So I went back though, and I started looking at the payments, and I'm like, why is it $20 higher this time than it was the last time, and I'm getting the exact same thing? So I said, well, um maybe she did something different, or maybe I asked for something different, whatever, right? So I made sure the next time I went, I made sure, like, I knew exactly what service she was getting. So I did that 3 times, And guess what? She changed the price 3 times.
Bro, Charles said you have more hair.
Charles, really?
I am. He clowning.
Girl, he's hilarious. I met him in Atlanta.
He crazy.
I met him here at Jasmine's event in Atlanta. Girl, that's when I had my hair. No, and she did talk about my hair was thick, but I'm saying my hair was thick when I came in here the first time, ma'am.
Wasn't it thick the first time we started working together?
It's been thick. My hair is extremely thick, which is why I don't get really, really short styles unless I get a quick weave because it's too thick, and I'll be looking like a little chia pet.
Stylists you build relationships with, like the girls, they always going to the hairstylist.
Exactly.
It's the same thing unless she says she's changing her prices.
Yeah, you go back. Like I go back now. I know my other stylist that I had. When she changed her prices, or she changed them like at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
She made it known though. That her price was going up. I was like, okay, cool. Those your prices. Who am I to, like Andrew Caldwell said, who are me to judge? Like who are me to judge? But this person, no, she was constantly changing the price every time I went to get my hair done. And when I finally asked her about it, she got an attitude and she was just like, well, no, this is the price. And I was like, no, I said, I got the same thing 2 weeks ago and you charged me this and I got nothing different. Well, baby, let me tell you something. Yesterday's price may not be today's price, but guess it's not going to pay today's price. Dr. Jen is not going to pay today's price.
I'm just trying to
because you don't just change prices like that on people because you feel like it.
Yesterday's prices is not today's prices.
Okay. Okay. You right about it.
I'm talking about Charles said you have more hair.
Your Charles a mess. he is a mess. But yeah. So anywho, if you all would like to enter into the opportunity to have a live market like a mogul makeover, it's going to be live. I'm going to do it live. Then just comment your business website or the direct link to your profile or whichever you want me to review. So it could be your profile, your Instagram or social media, Facebook or what have you, profile, or it could actually be your website. And so if you would like a live market like a mogul makeover, review, then just put your name in the comment section and for an opportunity to win that live makeover. And thank y'all for rocking with me. Why do I feel like it's a Saturday?
It do feel Saturday-ish.
Maybe because I'm just so sleepy and tired. I'm so tired. This is gonna be this is a rare opportunity, so y'all better take advantage of it. You gonna put your name on there? Okay. When I go on here and be like, boop, 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 take that down. Don't do that. Don't call me mean.
Bro, I'm not even about to put my name on there. You too ignorant.
Let me pull yours up right quick.
You see how you do? You too ignorant. Harvey just emailed me the other day talking about I need to finish this stuff. I'm like, Harvey, I had a brain frizzle.
Ayana said it was good when she did mine. See, I do a good job. I'm not mean. I just tell you the truth. That's gonna help you make more money. That's it.
Is that what it is? That's what
yeah.
It's not the crime part, is it?
Okay. So coached by Charles Irving on IG. Let me see if I can pull him up. Your website is not pulling up. It's loading slow, so I need you to fix that.
You gonna have to talk to my brand designer thing.
No.
I'm gonna have to direct you to my people.
So here's the thing that makes it different when I give people reviews. Stephanie, put your website or your social media page in the comments so I can take a look at it. Um, when I look at it, I'm not just looking at it from a practical perspective. I'm also looking at it asking for spiritual alignment too. So I'm looking at where you are, but I'm also paying close attention to where you're supposed to be. Um, and I'm going to tell you the truth if I feel like you're not really aligned with where you need to be and what you're talking about on your page. And so that's the difference in the strategy and feedback that I provide. Okay. So I'm definitely going to be giving y'all some truth. So you'll know. Yeah. So Stephanie, if you just put the actual link to your website in there. All right. I gotta hop off and take this call, y'all. Okay. But I will thank y'all for tuning in and I'll be back tomorrow, okay, with some live makeovers.